Tonight's guest is an exhilarating, energizing, entertaining female drummer, drive this letter to Montreal, right after high school, relocated to Toronto to join the heavy rock band Scarlet Sins. The contribution of the band will unnoticed. In fact, Motley Crue themselves had Scarlet Sins to open up for them at the Summum Magazine in 2008. This is a show that you do not want to miss. You want to stay right where you are because we'll be right back. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Rob's Inner Circle, broadcasting to you live on my personal Facebook page, on the Bobby Short Shorts YouTube channel, and on Twitch. A happy new year to each and every one of you, and a big thank you for tuning in tonight. We have a very exciting show because my good friend and producer of Rob's Inner Circle, Jenny Duhame, put this all together for you. She's done such an exceptional job throughout the whole year of 2020. We've been getting a lot of comeback, a lot of encouragement, and we thank you all for being there. And 2021 is going to be no different. It's going to be as good, if not even better. So I wanted to give a big shout out to my good friend, Jen. Thank you so much for doing a great job. She's doing such a great job. As a matter of fact, she's got us booked up until the month of May 2021. So, guys, if you want to come out to Rob's Inner Circle, you're going to have to look into your things because we're going to be booked up until the month of December before you know it. So, guys, get a move on it. See, Elie, I think she booked 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Just kidding. Guys, at the same time, what you want to do, you want to go tune in. You want to go into the Bobby Short Shorts YouTube channel. You want to go click on all our videos we got over there. Go explore our videos. You want to watch them. Give us the blue thumbs. You want to give us the likes. You want to leave comments. You want to share. Go watch all of our previous Rob's Inner Circle podcasts. And you could also go watch another production I'm part of with Jenny. It's called Daily Struggles, a sitcom. It's a web series. You can see all of our episodes. They're all up there as well. And while you're there, why not? Just you go into that rectangle. It looks about this big over here. It's red. You want to click on that, and right beside it there's a little bell. Ding ding. That's right. You want to click on that as well, because by clicking on that, you're going to be the first to know about any new productions we're going to be putting out there. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time once again to slip into our weekly ritual. And I would presume that you're all in pajamas by now, because you know the drill. It's been since June that we've been doing this. So anybody who's not done it, there's no excuse. And I hope you all have your glass of wine ready, because our guest is a wine drinker. She's going to be joining us. You know, we're going to have a party. We're going to have a party during the show and after the show. Look at her. Look at her. Hey, don't drink too much of that stuff. We got to have you sober here. So guys, stand by. Okay, so let's slip into that little ritual. You want to relax. You want to get back into your chairs. Let the steam go down and let us carry the load. Guys, this is going to be great. I love this. This is going to be an exciting show. I can't wait to introduce our superstar. Guys, I guess it's showtime. Let's do this. Come on, let's get it on. Let's get it on. We're going to bring our guest on to our show. Our guest, at the age of 17, she finished high school. And right away, she left Montreal to relocate in Toronto and to become part of a all-female heavy metal band as she was the drummer. She went on to play with them. And imagine a Motley Crue, like we said in the introduction, Motley Crue handpicked that band themselves. And they made them the opening act for their Sarnia Bay Fest 2008 show. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't wait to introduce this fantastic star. She's charming. She's got charisma. She's adorable. and she's extremely talented. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our pride and joy from Canada, Miss Elie Bertrand. Whoa, Elie.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And hey, thanks for being part of Rob's Inner Circle.
Thank you for having me. I'm very flattered. I'm really happy to be here.
Couple of things. We want to get this done right away, okay? First of all, they're going to go together. Mm-hmm. Christmas and your birthday. Happy birthday, Merry Christmas at the same time.
Thank you very much.
Boy, you're an expensive baby.
I'm baby Jesus, so listen.
You perform miracles? Because we can talk.
I mean, I turn water into wine, literally.
Oh, so my God. Yes. Elie, stick around after the show. We have a lot of talking to do. Hey, Elie, can you propel this show like into superstardom? Let's say we're going to be all over the world. Can you do that for me? Can you do that for me and Jenny?
Sure.
Because we already are. We got people tuned in from Australia over here. I see on the screen. Wow.
That's amazing. That's
people
cool.
Tuned in from Montreal as well. Wow.
That's awesome. To your Australian fan, I attempted to make a Australian dessert this weekend yes, I made a pavlov. It's Australian or New Zealand, we're not sure. But I love Australia. I'd love to go one day.
Well, Jess Sorrell is our friend from Australia over here. So Jess, if you can make some accommodations for our friend over here, Elie Bertrand, this amazing drummer. She's absolutely incredible. I saw her drum. I went onto her channel. 21,000 subscribers. Wow. That is
all right.
Very, very good.
Thank you.
So Elie, tell me, to start off over there, okay, you're a female drummer. You come into a world that's predominantly male. You get into the rock and roll scene and all that. How were you accepted or received into this world of rock and roll?
To be honest, I never felt, I mean, I know it's mostly male dominated, but I've never felt it. I always felt welcome and I never felt pressure. If anything, I was very protected by people. And early on, I was sponsored with huge companies who were there to, promote me and make me shine. So I have to say it's been very helpful and super cool. And if anything, I was favored in a lot of circumstances. So I'm grateful for it, and it's cool.
So you got a fan over here, Christina Canas. She says,
yes.
Sister, do you know her?
Of course, she was in Scarlet Sins.
Oh my God, there you go. Christina, welcome to our show.
She's the drinking sister, of course, the red wine sister. She's the one who got me started in red wine, actually.
Christina, get your glass of wine because Elie and I are going to have a toast. So this is the toast between Christina, Elie, and Bobby. You guys ready? Salute.
Salute.
All right. Much success to both you, Christina, and the rest of the band.
You what? Sorry? You what? I missed that.
Much success to you, Christina, and the rest of the band of Scarlet Sins, Canada's own. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Hopefully we pump out some songs for you in 2021. So.
Oh, that would be awesome. We would love that. You let us know. We're going to be sharing them.
That would be fun. Yes. Thank you.
Last but not least, Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy New Year to you too and to everyone.
Okay, so Elie, let's get it on. All right. Okay, so you're from the greater Montreal area.
Yes.
You're 17 years old. You finished high school. And next thing you know, you end up in Toronto. You relocate and you're part of a band.
Yes.
An all-female heavy metal band. That's exciting. Tell us all about that.
Yeah, it was really cool. So, my own... My whole life was kind of planned out, and I had planned on going to this particular college and this and that. But I went for the audition and I had a feeling, that there was something else out there for me. And it's my dad who actually found the band on MySpace. And so he sends me the info. And so we I read up to the girls and they send me a song to learn, send in my video audition. And so they invited me over to meet them, see how it was going to work, because, I wasn't legal. So that was kind of complicated. And we went bowling and hung out and had an amazing time. That weekend we were playing, so I went to see them too. And that's it. I finished high school maybe 2 months after this, and I moved in July. It was in 2007, so it just happened to be 07, 07, 07. So it was a lucky day, and it was awesome. We rehearsed for a whole month. We played 2, 3 shows, and then third and fourth show we were in Seattle playing this huge festival, mostly female performers or all female bands, and it was super cool. And from there, it's just been, it was super cool. We did that Motley Crue show. So we released the album, and there's a lady who really fell in love with us, and she worked for the Grammys, so she submitted our album, and from there we were on a short list, which was huge because we weren't on a label, so we did it on our own, and worked really hard. It was really fun, and we had a good time, and life happened, and we just did other stuff, but we're still like all good friends, and we did reunion shows recently, and it's been super cool. And we're talking about maybe writing music again for fun for us, and then hopefully people like it.
That would be absolutely terrific. And now you were talking about the Grammys, and to be precise, folks, Scarlet Sins were nominated for 4 different categories at the 51st Grammy Awards.
Yes,
that was absolutely fantastic.
It was crazy. We were in a cat with some of the nominees with us was like Motley Crue and Metallica, and it was huge, So it was pretty cool to be on there. And I think that year only like a handful of independent bands were nominated. So it was cool. It was a huge accomplishment. We're just so proud of this, and it's all on Christina Sylvia, who wrote most of the song, and Rich, who produced it. So it's really cool.
Okay, so you went to Seattle. Is that where you got spotted by Motley Crue? Because in 2008 you became their opening act. How did that come along? I mean, it's like that's quite an honor. Motley Crue coming up to you guys. You want to open up for us?
Yeah, for real. And I'm not sure. I think we entered a contest of some sort, and there was like a 4 short list or something, and then we were down to like 5 bands, and Motley Crue themselves handpicked us, and that was super cool, and we went to play there, and I remember looking backstage on playing, and I literally have no memory of that performance. I would say that's like, you were asking me before starting if I ever get nervous, and I said, oh no, I never get nervous. Half a lie, I do get nervous sometimes. That time I was insanely nervous, and I don't remember anything. I blanked, but I remember though turning around, and one of my friends was there hanging out with Tommy Lee and the rest of the gang, but me obviously I got starstruck by Tommy Lee, and I'm just like, whoa, what's going on? It's 20 minutes of performance. It went by like this.
Wow.
Magical moments.
So you were absolutely starstruck that evening.
Of course. I mean, Tommy Lee, but I find he's an amazing drummer. He's not like the most technical, but he has a feel that's very different, and I think he's the best drummer for Motley Crue. But his showmanship, I mean, hello, he's just the coolest to watch and to hear perform. So obviously, for me it was huge, and I remember him looking at me, and it was like, yeah. It was amazing.
That's pretty cool. So you got a lot of support from the guys out there.
Of course, it was really awesome, and would have loved to tour with them. It would have been crazy.
Well, you're talking about showmanship, and I understand from what I've seen on your videos on YouTube and what I've heard in the inner circle, is that you're a pretty amazing drummer yourself in terms of showmanship. You don't have anyone to envy, apparently.
Well, you know what? I owe everything to Reg Adolph. Anyone that know Pearl, the inner circle of Pearl drums, know Reg. She's just this crazy guy. He designed some of the best looking drum kits in the world, and he is such a cool dude to watch play, and he is one of the reasons why I got signed with Pearl, and he taught me a bunch of tricks, and so it's cool. He was my big brother.
So talking about Pearl, I believe you're sponsored by Pearl. Actually, there's a whole bunch of drum companies sponsoring you. I believe that you have Evans skins that are
Yes.
sponsoring you. You got Pearl Drums.
Yes, Pearl Drums, best reason to play drums.
There you go.
And you know, I owe a lot to this company. They really, really helped me throughout my whole career so far. And in 2012, after I had moved back to Montreal, I wanted to get involved with a cause, and I, you know, love pink, like a very typical blonde lady. And so I remember being at one of the NAM shows. So NAM is like I think it's the biggest in the world trade show for music companies, companies who fabricate instruments. And that happens every year when COVID's not happening in Anaheim. And I remember being in a dinner with the pro people, and I'm like, you know, guys, it's 2012. Y'all have to do something for the ladies. And a few months later, we launched a line of pink and white drums. And we partnered up with the Breast Cancer Society of Canada and gave a bunch of money to them. And it was super cool.
Okay, we have a question for you coming from Esther. I forgot to mention at the beginning of the show. We're experimenting with a new format. We're going to keep the questions for the end of the show for the last 20 minutes, but we're going to let this one slip by over here. Esther is a good fan of ours on Rob's Inner Circle. She tunes in often. Okay. For the rest of you, please keep your questions for the last 20 minutes, 20 minutes to closing. So, Esther wants to know at what age you started playing the drums. Actually, that's one of the questions I wanted to ask you, but she beat me to it.
Well, thank you very much, Esther, for your question. I started about 5, 6 years old. My sister and I have 5 years almost on the nose difference. And I was a lonely child for the first 5 years of my life. So apparently I got real mad and jealous that I had a baby sister. And so my parents thought it would be better for me to do something to let that anger out. And drums was the one thing I loved. And my sister's still alive, so you know everybody's happy.
Awesome.
Yes.
While your sister wasn't around, and before you started playing your drums and all that, were you beating on the pots and pans like everybody else? Like all those annoying children?
Yeah, both my parents are musicians, and they met on a gig actually.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, super cute. And on their wedding day, they were part of the show. They put on a show. They were working on their wedding day.
Can you imagine that? That's pretty crazy.
I know, right? And so, you know, music was everywhere in the house. And still to this day, you walk in my parents' house and there's drums and stuff flying around everywhere. So it's cool, you know, that I grew up around music. And my dad's a percussionist. So there's like some of the coffee tables are drums. So
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Wow. Okay. So at one point you were touring with Stéphane Rousseau, French-Canadian comedian.
Yes.
Singer, musician.
Yes.
Who's very good with English, you were telling me.
Yes, he's really good. And he almost went through with an English show, but I don't know. I think he got nervous, but he went to New York a bunch.
Oh my God, really? Okay.
Yeah, he went these open mics there and he tried it off.
Okay.
And he loved it. But, you know, like, I don't know, his career is so big in French already. So I don't know why he pushed that more. But yeah, what a wonderful person to work with. A lovely gentleman, really. And he wrote most of the music of his show, and if not everything, actually. And often we would jam before the shows and after. And, you know, on tour, especially in Europe, we were a little bored sometimes because we weren't going home. So we would go to jam nights and play music, and it was super fun.
He looks like such a great guy on and off stage, because on stage he's like you. He's got a lot of charisma.
Thank you. He sure is, though. He's a lovely man, and he's hilarious. Really, really funny, really genuine too. And I love him when he improvises, and I'm super happy. I just saw that I think he has a radio show now on Énergie or something.
Okay.
And I'm sure he's going to be amazing there, just because he's just so good when he's himself. So yeah, what a really cool guy.
Ellie, I prepared a little video for you. Okay,
Oh,
this is something a little special, and I wanted to know what you think of this. Okay,
okay.
and look, I'm warning you, it's gonna be so cute. You ready for this?
Yes.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's guest is Elie Bertrand, Canada's sensation, heavy metal drummer. Thank you guys for tuning in. Happy New Year to you guys once again. Elie, get ready to flip.
So over the weekend, I posted a video of Shia playing the drums on our TikTok and Instagram, and it went super viral. Over 5 million views in like 2 days. So we're gonna do a reaction video to Shia's drumming video that we recorded over the weekend. And you ready to watch? Okay.
Let's do this.
Getting it. Over the tom.
There you go, Elie. I wanted to show you at the same time. I'm sorry, but it's for some reason in the StreamYard over here, I couldn't get your reaction. Elie, how
So
cute and adorable is that?
She's so cute. She's so happy too. That's so adorable.
I wanted to have your take and opinion on that. Obviously, and you see the kids got rhythm, right? And she's also singing at the same time.
Yes, and she has amazing independence. That's the hardest, really. So she's got it.
She's got it. So from what you have observed over there, she's onto something.
Oh, for sure, 100%. Especially the first time she plays, she's 2 years old. She can barely touch the pedals, and she's playing. That's amazing.
But it makes sense, right? And at the same time, she's singing, so she knows where she's going.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's in her for sure.
I wanted to have your opinion on that. What do you think? Is something that you recommend that someone starts at an early age like that? Is there any danger that the little muscles that are forming and all that they can get some sort of tendonitis? Probably some something that goes wrong with the body.
Well, I'm not an expert, but I mean, I've never had problems, and when I did, it's because I was not taught properly, and it was techniques that were not working for me. But I think nowadays it's so easy to have access to everything, to different teachers, to different methods. So I don't think so. I mean, ear protection for sure is like mandatory, especially at that age. But aside from that, I mean, it can only be good, honestly. And I have ADHD. My entire family has that, and it's literally the best medication because it really takes everything off your mind, and really it's like working out. You really let it all out, and it just makes you chiller. So no, I think I would recommend it, but what do I know? I don't have kids, so I don't know. It's better than them getting in trouble, huh?
If it works for you, it must work for a lot of people, right?
But I think as long as the kids have fun, and as long as it comes from them, that it's not forced onto them, I think it can only be good. It's important, I think, to have a passion. So, yeah.
Okay, so we want to go back to the concerts that you were doing at one point. You traveled, I guess, all across North America. Did you do some gigs in Europe?
Yes, so much. We played with Stéphane Rousseau. We played a lot in Europe, all the French countries. That was fun. And on our time off, we always had the option to go home or to stay unless we had shows back home. But so I stayed a lot. I stayed in France. I went to Italy, and it was fun. I really enjoyed it. I made the best of it. Because we didn't have anything to do. Really. We would play an hour and a half to 2 hours and drink wine all the time. So to not just become a fat, drunk musician, I would wake up in the morning, and because also like the food was just crazy. And every time we would come in, the best chef, the best nonna, the best whatever, they would come with the stuff. And it's like, so I really had to get up in the morning and go run. And that's how I visited most of Europe. It was super dope because I was getting my workout and seeing the town.
You seem to know something about food, nonnas, Italy,
Oh
Italian culture.
I don't know why I gravitate to a lot of my friends are Italian, and my boyfriend is Italian. And
There you go. You just gave it away. You know what? You know what you deserve? You deserve for us to have a little toast.
What are you drinking? What kind of wine are you drinking?
You know what? I'm going to plug it. Hang on a sec, guys. I'm going to plug the wine.
Ooh.
It's very affordable. You can go to the sack. You get this under 10 bottles, and it's a really fantastic wine. There you go, guys.
Fancy.
Maybe they're going to sponsor our show. Who knows? Hey, Hey, hang on a sec. Did we toast?
Well, we should toast again.
Let's toast again. To you, your success, your family, and to all of your endeavors. All the best for 2021.
Thank you very much.
Oh my God, that juice is so good. Don't you find?
Agreed. So, during COVID,
yes,
a lot of people picked up a new hobby, a new thing. I saw that a lot of my friends started making their own bread and their own pastas and baking cakes. I picked up wine with my boyfriend.
You started making your own wine.
We did, and it's good. It's super good. We like shared it with a lot of people, and they come back to us like, it's so good. I was scared because I didn't want to have to tell you that I like it and not mean it. And apparently we're doing an all right job.
Wow. So, okay. So now you're into making your own wine and all that. I guess you're in the Italian culture. Come on. You're making your own. Look at that. You mastered it well. Very good.
Not bad, eh?
What are the most important Italian signs?
This one.
This one here. You got it. Yeah.
This one.
That one. Yeah.
I don't know.
This one here. You know this one?
Oh.
That means if I catch you, you're in trouble.
Oh,
and there's another one. And there's another one.
I'm not
the other one?
I don't know. I don't know.
I can't do it on the air. I'll do it off the air.
Oh, I think I know.
There you go. Okay, so you got it.
That's funny.
Tell me, Elie, do you have a few pictures you want to show us? Because we were, backstage, and you had a lot of nice pictures that you might want to share with our audience.
Yeah, so everyone's invited to log on or to follow me on Instagram.
So you know what? While you find that, I'm just going to brief the audience over here to let them know who they're tuned into, because there's some people who just tuned in.
Yes.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, our guest tonight is Elie Bertrand, French-Canadian sensation heavy metal drummer that was part of an all-female band. And I believe a couple of the band members are on our podcast right now.
Yes, you should have this on your podcast.
Guys, a salute to you, the band members of Scarlet Sins. Congratulations, guys. You represent us very well. So are you ready to go, Elie?
I am. I have this cute picture.
Let's do this.
So see, these are the pink drums I released in 2012. And
my God, that's so cute.
Yes, it is. They look like cupcakes, and we did a cupcake photo shoot. And I'm super proud of this because it was covered a lot by a lot of people around the world. We sold a bunch and we helped a good cause. And I'm very grateful because I have talent and all, but Pearl has a huge catalog of artists with who they could have worked, and they were willing to work with me, which I think was pretty cool.
Wow. Okay, so how about a couple of pictures in here? Is there something that you want to talk about?
Yeah. So here, no, okay, hold on. I'll find you. This picture. So this is
wow. Yeah. Is that your drum set?
This is not mine. I wish it was, though.
Oh my God, look at that. It's a beast.
Yes. So I told you about Reg earlier from Pearl, who designed amazing drum kits. And this is one of his creation that he put together literally in 5 minutes. So this show happened in Cape Breton. And Christina and I, after the end of Scarlet Sins, we kept in touch and we had a little project together for a little while. And Pearl, so look at this. I got so lucky. There's this amazing drummer who couldn't make it to the drum festival, and this drum festival was happening in Nova Scotia, in Cape Breton. And so Pearl was like kind of screwed. They had to find someone last minute, and they called me up and they said, "Listen, want to come?" La la la. So I asked Christine, "I want to go. We're going to drive down there and go play music." So she agreed, and this was my first performance at a drum event, and it was a huge year because it was their 10th anniversary. So on the bill, there was some of the biggest drummers in the world, some of the people that have influenced me the most and that actually have changed the history of drumming. And this is a picture taken by my good friend Denise. And yeah, I'm super proud of that picture because it was a huge performance and we played so well and we had a lot of fun.
We have a common friend, actually, a friend who was on our podcast. We can get back to your pictures in a couple of seconds right now.
Yes.
Charles Virox Vaccaro is a local musician from Montreal, and he was part of a band that was represented by Whitney Houston. Yeah, and he's an amazing songwriter. He's very talented. He actually lent us 2 of his songs that we're playing on our show, Daily Struggles, our web series, that you guys can find on Bobby Short Shorts, by the way. And he's amazing. He's talented. And maybe one day you guys can make some music together. In the meantime, he has a question for you. When are you latest going to release a new album? But you talked about that not long ago, right?
Yes, well, we don't know. I mean, it would be awesome to do that. Hopefully, we do this soon. But my gosh, I would love to play music with you. Whitney Houston, I used to karaoke to her entire albums. Love her.
Actually, you know what? To plug our good friend Charles, because we love Charles. He's absolutely a fantastic guy. Okay. Yeah. Hello.
Charles, we have to connect.
Actually, you know what, Elie? When you have a chance, and please do this after the show if you have a chance, go on and check his channel, Charles Virox Vaccaro. He's got a new release called Can't Stop Running. It's exactly what he was saying. It's got a country twist to it. Absolutely fantastic. You're going to love that song. And Raul from California,
wow.
He agrees with me. He says it's beautiful. He's another fan.
I can't wait to hear it. That's exciting.
Look at what Charles is saying. He wants to write with you guys. So you know what? Maybe we got something going here.
So Christina is right here. Listen, Christina, we have a collaborator here.
There you go. Say, hey guys, if you guys can get together, we have a lot of amazing Canadian talent.
It's true, though. What an amazing country to be in.
I just made a new fan. There you go.
Yay.
I love you too, Charles. Hey, listen, I wanted to ask you, Elie, who are the drummers who have influenced you the most?
Oh, that's such a hard question to answer because I feel like there's always a different answer. But currently, I'm hooked on country. I mean, currently, like the past forever, but mostly in the past 5 years, it's been like my thing, and it's too bad because right now I can't think of his name, but the guy who recorded all of Luke Combs' album, oh my god, that guy can play, and his live drummer too is such a wicked drummer. They're so talented, so musical. I love it. There's this, I am so bad with names. This is so embarrassing. There's this lady too. Do you mind if I do this? I have to get her name right. She's so good. My gosh, hold on. She's down in the US. She's like super young and she plays like she's 1,000,000 years old. It makes no sense how good she is. I don't know how I would find her. Oh my God. One day I will know. That's so embarrassing. Why did I find her? Anyways, I will remember her name.
It's gonna come up. Anyways, in the meantime, there's all these the chats, people leaving comments and all that. At the end of the show, you could just drop your comment, and people are gonna be looking at that. We have a great turnout tonight, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Elie is an amazing performer. Elie, you know what? You want to spice things up a little bit over here. You have a video on YouTube that you can show these people your drumming capabilities.
Oh my God, like something super intense there, or something that I like.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be pretty cool.
Let's find something that's super intense.
While you're finding that, let's brief the audience here once again, because there's constantly new people coming in. This is so exciting, guys. Thank you so much. What a way to welcome the new year. This is fantastic.
Yeah, for real. I'm almost there. Oh my God.
This is Elie Bertrand. She's a Canadian sensation, a heavy metal drummer. And she played with Scarlet Sins. And these guys are probably talking about a reunion. There's Charles Vaccaro who's in the picture over here. Oh my God, things going to happen here tonight. Wow. It's a great way to get together here. So you ready to show the video, Elie?
I am. So this is a cover of Pantera, Capos from Hell, and it was super fun because I took a chance. I wrote to Jason Rockman, who used to play in Slaves, on Dope, and they toured the world. He's a huge, I guess they're metal band, and now he's a host on Shalom FM here in Montreal station. And so I took a chance. I wrote to him, and he said yes. He came on, and we recorded this video together. So here we go.
Go ahead.
We stand tall, nobody touches us at all. Showdown, shootout, spread beer within, without. And we're gonna take what's ours to air. Spread the word throughout the land to say, back off, we're back. We're taking captain back. You see us coming and you all together run for cover. Here we go, reach for your gun, and you better listen well, my friend. You see, spin slow down below, aimed at you with the commas from hell. Beat is down, again we've won. Ain't talking no time down, friend, guns. I knew your doom, coming for you with the commas from hell. See ya. It's a village trash scene, but better not take it out on me, cause a ghost town is found where your city used to be. So out of the darkness and into the light, sparks fly everywhere inside from my double-barrel 12-gauge. Can't lock me in your cage. You see us coming and you all together run for cover. Here we go, reach for your gun, and you better listen well, my friend. See, spin slow down below, aimed at you with the commas from hell. Beat is down, again we've won. Ain't talking no tall tales, friend, cause I knew your doom, coming for you with a cowboys from hell. Better listen well, my friend, you see. Spits loud down below. Aimed at you with a capital L. Dig it down again, week one. Ain't talking no tall tales, friend, cause I knew your doom. Coming for you with a capital L. Yes! Step aside with a capital L.
Oh wow, that is totally awesome.
It's been so long since I've seen this. It's so cool. Oh my god, I have to stop this.
That was so good.
Yeah.
That's very heavy metal.
Oh my gosh, I know it's a different life. It feels like, but it's not that long ago.
But you
But
guys
yeah.
were all fantastic. Good show.
Thank you. That was fun. It was really cool.
Hey,
And,
okay. Let's take it. Let's see from scratch over here. There's a lot of people who know what drums are, but they don't really know what drums are, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, let's say from the beginning, you start with what's that big thing that you call there? It's at the bottom there.
The
That's
bass
the bass drum, right?
yes.
And there's a lot of variants in there because it depends on the wood. You could have oak, you could have mahogany.
Yes.
It's also the depth is, how long it is, how high it is. All those variants. What does that do? Does that change the sound?
Of course. So the variety of wood, the sizing, everything matters, and even the hardware on it. If there's more or less lugs, so that's the little metal part that help to hold the skin. All of that matters, and this is also the difference between really expensive and cheaper drums. But yeah, bass drum, I guess, snare. So that's the one that's in between your legs. It's like the usually white top, and the bass drum, the snare is like the principal, and for cymbals it's called the hi-hat. So it's these cymbals that go up and down, and that's controlled with the foot. And that would be like basic. Needed absolutely. And then whoever you are, whatever you play, it changes from there. Everything else is different for everyone. Usually it's 2 toms, so the smaller ones, and 1 floor tom. Personally, on the kit you just saw, the white one, I have 2 rack toms and 2 floor toms. And this kit's a beast. It was my first pro drum kit, and it was huge. I don't have that kit anymore, but it was like the heaviest drums too. They were crazy. And ask anyone that's toured with me with these drums, who helped me carry my drums. You don't need to go to the gym after. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's like guitars. The wood essence does impact the sound. The white drums, it's a series by Pearl called Reference. So their theory with that model was that each drum should have its own wood composition. So the smaller drums have mostly maple. The bigger it gets, there's a bit of birch in it, and very bigger ones only have mahogany. So the bass drum on this one would be only mahogany, and in between there's some birch. The 2 shorter toms are only maple. The snare's only maple as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's really cool. And see, my dad used to make drums as well, and he made drums out of maple from Quebec. Who these trees were maple tree, or like a maple syrup tree. The sap that goes through it really changed the sound. So there's, even within the type of trees, there's different species and qualities to the wood.
Well, I'm totally amazed because I didn't think that each part of the drum had a different kind of wood to it.
That's very unique, though, to that line of drums. I don't know if other companies do that, but Pearl, it's not a typical thing. No, these drums are like high end, and it's like the cool thing about it, because you really get like the best tone and the best notes out of that one drum, for depending on the size. So the whole kit, is on point.
And there's not only the drums, the drum part and all that. There's also the skins that play a very vital role in the sound.
Absolutely. So wow, Jason Rockman, hello. That's funny. I just saw that. Like sometimes I see the comments, I'm like, wow, what's going on?
Hi,
Um,
Jason.
yeah, for real. So yes, the skins, they play a huge role, kind of like the strings on a guitar, depending on the gauge and the player's type of music, you don't use the same thing. So it's the same thing for the heads. I personally prefer the white ones, so they're coated. I am sponsored by Evans, so I use the G2 coated personally, and I love them because I love the sound. So the coating brings a lot of warmth to the sound, and that's what I've always gone with for all the styles, because I prefer that sound. The clear ones bring more attack usually, and it's a clearer sound. There's also thickness of the head, so there's 1 to 3 plies, I believe, and some have oil in between the layers, some don't. Some have a UV treatment that also impacts the sound, and some have Kevlar in the center, so it's more durable. So for like, say, metal, a lot of people use those.
That's the same material that they have up in the Olympic Stadium, and also the bulletproof vests the police wear.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly. Same thing. Yeah.
So, folks, if you guys have any questions to ask, we're down to about our last 10 minutes of the show over here. Go ahead, knock yourselves out. This is the time to do it. Guys, this is fantastic. A really great show. Thank you very much for tuning in. Elie is more than elated. Look at her.
Thank you so much for having me.
So, as these people are preparing their questions over here, talk to us a little bit about your other interests, your talents, and all that. I understand you're a great landscaper.
I don't know if I'm great, but I'm trying anyways. It's been, my COVID thing. That's what I ended up doing this summer, and I loved it. I find it cool because it's super creative. You're outside working on the tan, and it's been a fun ride. I worked with my boyfriend last summer, and I shaped trees into diamond shapes and planted flowers. And yeah, it's really fun. I mean, I always loved it. Actually, my grandparents on my mom's side met in a nursery, a flower nursery.
Really?
Yeah, so I guess it was in my blood somehow. And
then, you got a boyfriend who's got a landscaping company.
he sure does. So we worked together this summer, and it was super fun. We planted a lot of hydrangeas and, shaped little trees and diamonds. That was my thing all summer. It was my signature move.
Well, you're courageous, because landscaping is one thing I really cannot stand. It's too physical.
Really?
That hot sun, the heart scorching sun. It's not for me. You're good. Good for you.
Thank you. It is really physical.
So what does 2021 have in store for Elie Bertrand?
Listen, I have no idea. We'll see where life takes us. And at this time of the year, last year, I was supposed to go on a tour internationally, and it got canceled. So at this point, who knows what's going to happen? But personally, I'm really happy in my new house. We have new projects. We're doing some home staging and cleaning and reorganizing, because I'm also a neat freak.
Okay, so you were talking about that, doing home staging and all that. Who knows? Maybe one day you might go into real estate, home staging. Before.
I would love to do that. If I were to change career, I would love to go into decorating, home staging, or architecture. That would be like ultimate. I'm obsessed with it. I love home interior design so much, and it's like always been a thing for me. So I don't know. We'll see what happens there.
Okay, here's the question.
Yes.
Elie, it's 2021. By now, I'm sure you must have touched or adore electric drums. Oh, that worries me. That look worries me. What's that supposed to mean now?
Listen, I mean, I don't hate them, because I reckon that they bring an interesting flavor and more. It's better for the aesthetic of a certain style of music. It's just that it comes with a load of programming and researching, and it's also very different to tackle. It's like driving stick and just automatic. So I don't mind it, but I'd rather not use them. I don't mind the pads because it's just like effects and like it replaces a couple of things, but the whole kit I'm not super down with. I only do it when I'm forced, honestly. Like, not a fan.
Okay. Is there any way we can get another look at those drums again? Those pink drums that you got, they're absolutely adorable. And what's the cause and all that? We would love to share that with our audience over here.
I'm trying to find you an even better picture. I'll try
There
to
you
do
go.
quick. Hold on. Oh, okay. This one, that was live with the network, man.
On a network. Oh, that's beautiful. That's a pearl drum set, isn't it?
Yes, this is the Pearl kits.
Okay.
That was a Vision line. Vision is like a more of an entry line. The reason being that we wanted to sell and also, make money and give to the Breast Cancer Society. And yeah, it's a cool swirl, a little pink and white. A lot of men played them, so that was really cool. And yeah, that's it. That's the story. Basically, Pearl was just down to do something for ladies, and it came out in 2012, and we sold them all, and it was super cool, super successful.
Is there any way to have a link to where is there any way we can still, give some support to the cause?
Unfortunately, they're all sold out,
They are.
and at some point, I guess they stopped production because you can't go on with this forever. But yeah, it lasted a whole 3-4 years, and it was a cool
Nice.
project. Yeah, it was fun.
Okay, so you're a landscaper, you're a drummer, you want to go into home staging. How about maybe a career in acting? Did you think of that, or maybe podcasting?
But I don't know. I did take acting classes, like theater classes, when I was a kid because I had a big speech thing going on. So and I couldn't focus in the speech classes or whatever. So my parents signed me up for theater. It was good because it was. It's funny. I'm not like shy per se, but I get shy in situations sometimes. So I don't know that I would do acting. Maybe one day. Who knows? I mean, if the opportunity comes, hey, why not? Podcasting, though, I enjoy the talk, and it's really, like the Italians, we like to sit and talk. So I'm sure I would love it, but I don't know. For now,
You know what? Speaking of Italians, we got to do it again. Come on. Any excuse is a good excuse, right?
yeah, for real. Hello.
Cheers. All the best. All the best.
Thank you to you too, though. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate it too. This toast here is for your endeavor with Charles V. Rocks Vaccaro. Scarlet Sins with Charles V. Rocks Vaccaro, our local musician hero.
That would be lovely, actually.
Hey, guys, all you got to do is hook up.
Yes,
The
we
rest
have
is
to
up
do
to you.
it. Yeah, that would be lovely. I would love it.
So tell us a little bit. How many drumsticks do you go through each concert? Because the way you play drums there, oh my God, I'd hate to be those drums.
Really?
They get a spanking.
Yeah, they owe me money, so got to go through the beating, huh? But I mean, I never used to break that many. Of course, when I play metal, a little more. But I play the best drumsticks in the world, so they don't break. Regal tip. They make the best drumsticks. And fun story about that company. They're down in Buffalo, New York, and it's not true, not Buffalo. They're in Niagara, but in the New York State. So literally, you can cross by foot from Niagara Falls to there and walk to their factory.
You take a boat across the falls to go there? How do you do it?
And you know what's funny? I've been there to the falls. I've never been on the Canadian side. Do you know how many times I've played in that? There's a casino right there. I've played there so many times, never been on the Canadian side.
Or did you actually look at the Canadian side from the other side?
Never, because I've never been there. I've never crossed at the falls. It's so ridiculous.
Wow.
It's so ridiculous. It makes no sense.
Well, I guess that's a project for you.
Yeah, I mean, I have time these days, so maybe I should do that. But so that's it. Regal tip, they're right there. They have a beautiful view, but we have the best view, of course. And not that I would know. And this company was started by Joe Collado. He was a drummer, of course, and he designed his drumsticks, and they're known for their brushes. And he passed on his company to his two daughters, who took care of it for a while. And now it's been passed on to one of their daughters, who's still the head of the company, which is super awesome because it's a woman-led company, and they've been super successful, and they put out a wonderful, wonderful product.
So they sponsor you, right?
Yes,
So
and
you got Evans Skins were sponsoring you.
Yes,
You got
Evans.
Pearl Drums.
Yes, Rekow Tip. By the way, I have my own line, so if you want drumsticks, go on my website. I sell them.
Okay, there you go. Personalized. Do you autograph the drumsticks?
I can do that, no problem.
Well, what is your website, Elie? It's time. There we go. Is this it?
Rekow
No,
Tip.
that's
right there.
Rekow Tip. That's where we can get them. Well, what's your website, Elie?
So they're on sale on my website. It's eliebertrand.com. It's super simple.
That's easy enough.
Very easy.
I wanted to ask you, I was always wondering why when you go to these shows, you see the drummer, he's like in a plexiglass, that like the Pope Mobile there, right? And I always thought to myself, is this guy trying to be a snob or what? But there has to be a reason for that, right?
Yes.
So what's the reason?
You've probably seen that in settings where the musicians are really close, but the drummer's a little too loud. And we can't crank up the musicians, or there's a lot of microphone on stage. So this is used just to block off some of the sound coming out of the drums. And you see it especially when bands play with orchestras. So like say the violin section's often really close to the drums, and they're all mic'd from the top. So if they crank up the microphones of the violin, we'll pick up some of the drum frequencies. So it's blocked off this way to help the sound guy, basically.
So as a drummer in a band, you have a major responsibility. Actually, if you look at it, how can I say? If you look at it, any way you look at it anyway, is that you are holding the band together. You're holding the timing in the band.
The heartbeat of the band, 100%.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so you and the bassist work hand in hand, because one thing I noticed, the bass drum and the bass, they go together, right?
Yes, we work together a lot. It's the rhythm section. So often the rhythm guitar too is kind of like locked in together. And so basically the bass is kind of like the bridge between more melodic instruments and percussions. So it's like it has a role of timing and rhythm, but also has notes. So it's like that's how we kind of all communicate. So band without a bass player is a strange band.
Okay. I wanted to ask as well, the drummer is playing on the hi-hat, okay, and then you go through the verse of the song, you do that little fill announcing that there's going to be the bridge, the chorus coming up, and then you go back to the verse, and all of a sudden you're not hitting the hi-hat, you're going on the ride cymbal.
Yeah.
Why is it that a drummer would do that exactly?
So the ride is often used as like a big moment sound. So during the solos, during the bridge, when you want to like make it really impactful. So the ride has basically the same role as the hi-hat. We can do the same on the crash or any other alternative of cymbal. And yeah, it's really just to like elevate the moment and make it cooler.
Elie, you know what? I'm sad.
No, why?
This hour has flown right by.
I know, it's
And
true.
it's time. You know Bocelli sings, "It's time to say goodbye."
Oh, I know. It's sad.
Well, you know what, Elie? Closing words on your part. What kind of what kind of advice do you have for starting drummers out there, 2-year-olds and up, whatever? What kind of advice do you have for them?
I think for anyone who starts off, just have fun with it. And, I think that's the most important. And do it for yourself, have fun. And I don't know, just play. Go for it. Don't hesitate. And there's all kinds of alternatives. And if you can't make noise in your house.
If you can't make noise, pick up electric drums, right?
Yeah, exactly. See, that's why I can't totally hate them.
Well, okay. So listen, Elie, I'm going to ask you to stay on. We're going to
Yeah.
go backstage. Jenny and I are going to be joining you for one of these craziest wine parties ever. To celebrate our show tonight. You did so well. Thank you so much, Elie, for coming on our show.
Thank you for having me. Thanks for everyone.
We want to have you back. And listen, hopefully you, Charles, and the girls can hook up and do something really nice. We want to be the first to know what the song is.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Okay, stay behind stage. They're going to be closing off. I'll be coming right back to you.
Awesome. Thank you. Ciao.
Okay, bye. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was Canadian sensation Elie Bertrand. She's a heavy metal drummer that played in Scarlet Sins, an all-girls Canadian heavy metal band. Thank you guys for joining in. Next week, we have another special show. We have Jean-Marc Pisapia, the lead singer of The Box. He's going to be with us. The Box, if you remember, they were a world-famous group that they had 10 charting singles, 4 charting albums, an absolutely fun group. So Jean-Marc Pisapia is going to be with us next week. That's another show you do not want to miss. In the meantime, guys, stay well, be good. Thank you very much for tuning in. And hey, guys, God bless and have a great week. Ciao, everybody.